kickoff. Carruthers gets across the 30-yard line to about the 32, and that's where the Husky offense will have it, 1st and 10. Ziegler on the carry. On the play by Mike Emerson-Gage. 6 of the 4, 2nd and 6. On the pickoff, on the Mountaineer offense, takes over on the Bloomsburg, 48-yard line. Killer picked up by Harold Vincent. By Gary Bittery. For a loss of a yard, 2nd and 11 on the 49-yard line. In the area for the Huskies, will bring them 3rd and 11. Short yardage pickup on 3rd down to about the 46. Bloomsburg defense holds 4th down. Matt Hanley in the punt. Michael Roberts deep. Davis and J.J. Clevo. On the tackle of Michael Roberts, there is a late penalty flag on the play, a late flag. Offsetting personal fouls on the punt return. 43-yard line. First down, Huskies. On the play. Mansfield, County. First and 5, they'll spot it on the 49-yard line. Ziegler crossing the 40-yard line to about the 37. Pickup of about 14 yards, and the Huskies on the Mountaineers side of the field. John Johnson on the carry. Hit first by Dan Ledebo. The ball spotted back on the 39-yard line, loss of 2. Second and 12. Miller's pass into the dirt. They rule it incomplete. O'Brien, the intended receiver, Terry O'Brien, 3rd and 12. Miller scampers forward on the 3rd down play. Gets down to about the 30-yard line where it'll be 4th and about 3 yards. 4th and 3. The ball resting on the 30-yard line. Ziegler slicing through for an apparent first down. Matt Hanley and on the tackle, but not before the chains on move. That's a Husky 1st and 10.
All right, let's go, O! Hit him!
Miller's pass into the end zone. Intended for Mike Loco. Incomplete. Harold Vincent and Matt Hanley defending on the play. 2nd down.
Let's go, Huskies! G-O, let's go! G-O, let's go, Huskies! G-O, let's go! G-O, let's go, Huskies! G-O, let's go! G-O, let's go, Huskies! G-O, let's go!
J.J. Cleaver does make the tackle, but not before the chains are moved again. That's a Bloomsburg first and 10 for Irv Ziegler. First down, the ball is on the 11-yard line. On the receiving end, there is a flag in the end zone. Defensive holding will, of course, be declined by Bloomsburg. The Huskies get today's first score.
Back to work. Back to work. Let's go.
Booth in for the conversion attempt. The point is good. The score, Bloomsburg 7, Mansfield 0. The 20-yard line. Mansfield offense will put in play. Ball will be spotted on the 25-yard line. Mansfield hold on the return. Another penalty flag on the play. Another flag on the carry. Offside, Bloomsburg. Offside, Bloomsburg. Spotted on the 20. First and 5. First and 5 for the Mountaineers. Tripped up after a gain to the 41-yard line. Jason Dunnity on the carry. The first to apply the tackle. Pickup of about a yard. Second and 9.
Let's go, D!
Lucas Smith rolling forward across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. John Imps, one of those forcing him out of bounds. Third, and a short 5. Fourth down punting situation. Matt Hanley to punt. Hanley's punt, a boomer, but it goes into the end zone. Bloomsburg will get it out on the 20-yard line for their next possession.
The reception is terrible.
Ziegler on the carry, tackled by a host of Mountaineer defenders. McKinter among those applying the initial hit. A loss of 3. So spotted on the Husky 17-yard line. On the receiving end. The ball about the 23-yard line. Third down. Third and down. Miller finds his intended target. Mike Welko. Welko's route enables him to successfully pick up a 1st and 10.
Oh, there it is!
Husky moving in the MU territory. On the receiving end of Miller's pass. Booth for the conversion.
got burnt for the touchdown, but comes back and makes a nice block on the extra point, so it leaves it at 13-0 here. And Tom Boop's set to kick off for the Huskies. Harold Vincent and Jason Donati are deep to return, and it's a short kick end over end, taken by Vincent at the 11. Up the left side, bounces, gets to the outside, and he's tackled on the play by number 20, Tom Rutecki.
Again, Harold Vincent takes the ball into the defensive pursuit. I don't understand why he doesn't run the ball to the opposite side of the field and try to bring the pursuit to the strong side of the field where the long open space is, and try to get to the outside and make something else happen. Instead, he's, going up on the short side of the field and getting, forced out of bounds or getting hit as soon as he brings the ball upfield.
So 1st and 10 now from the 33-yard line. Lee Brannon in the backfield, and a fake handoff, and Lucas is running the bootleg. He gets to the outside and he steps out of bounds after a first down, a pickup of 10 yards for Lucas Smith. And they did a good job there on the blocking there, Dave, on the bootleg.
Yeah, Lucas Smith. And like I said, I don't know if that's a real good idea for Mansfield to use him like that, but if they're going to, that's the key to it. They have to get the blocking out of his way so he has, a lot of room to go, maybe hit to the sideline first without getting hit, so he has an opportunity to lose the ball.
1st and 10 now from the 44-yard line, 10-yard pickup by Lucas Smith. And Donati is still out of the ball game. Lee Brannon, a sophomore, in the backfield. And the handoff is to him on the counter. He tries to bounce it outside, does, and picks up only about 3 yards as he's tackled by a host of Bloomsburg Huskies, number 48 and number 46, Ben Hennicle and John Imp on the tackle.
And you have a host of black jerseys standing around watching their teammate get pummeled as they leave the block, so the ball carrier can get pummeled. You have to hold your block until the ball is past you, or a pass is made, something along those lines. You can't just let the guy get pummeled.
Donati back into the ball game now, the lone setback. 3 receivers set for Mansfield. Lucas drops, and that was, I don't know who that was to. I think that was to Bob Woodward there, number 15.
Woodward had no idea where the ball was or if the ball was even thrown.
The ball wasn't near him. Lucas with a bad pass right there.
Not even close. Like I said, previous to this game, in the last 2 contests, Lucas Smith is in the backfield, or the offensive backfield, goes back to pass. His feet are constantly moving. He's not set to make the throw, and when the guy's wide open, he has a chance to complete the nice pass. He gets too anxious, too excited, and throws the ball away.
Smith in the shotgun on 3rd and 8 for Mansfield. Donati out of the backfield. Smith steps up. He's going to try and run. He got it. 1st down and more. He steps over one guy, and a big pickup by Lucas Smith for like 20 yards, 25 yards on the 3rd and 8. He took the bootleg. I don't know if it was a quarterback draw or not. I just think he got flushed from the pocket and took off.
He got flushed from the pocket. The defensive pursuit collapsed all around him. He found a crease and just jetted to the sideline and found an open space, made a defender miss, and got up the field.
He did a good job protecting the ball that time as Mansfield now inside Bloomsburg territory on 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. And Lucas Smith is under center. Donati and Brent Clark are in the I formation. The handoff is to the fullback, and he's met right away. Clark met by number 96. Gary Fittery, the defensive tackle, broke right through and made the tackle. A loss of about a yard on the play. 2nd and 11 now.
How big would it be if Mansfield could come up with a score here in the middle, or near the end of the first quarter, bring the game to 13 to maybe 7, even 8 if they can get a 2-point conversion? That would be a real big morale booster for the team and for this crowd, to get the crowd into the game a little bit.
The crowd seems to be a little off right now, as they have had not much to cheer about so far. Lucas drops back to pass, and it's out to Mike Klecko, and he picks up maybe 3 on the play, and he's tackled by number 50, Tony Brown, the defensive tackle.
Yeah, if Klecko could get away from that defender, he had wide open pasture to try and get to the end zone.
3rd and 6 now. Mansfield has made their last 2 third-down conversions, so maybe they can make it 3 in a row here as Brezovic steps in with the play from Lucas Smith. Mansfield doing a good job here on this drive, moving the ball. Good play call, Dave?
Well, I didn't really like the play call myself, but I like the screen pass, but Big Nate Davis isn't in the ball game, so you have to go with what you have.
Donati catches the ball, possibility of a first down, as he was met right away by number 49, Terrell Johnson.
It's going to be close. I don't know if they got. Now, They
They're
didn't
going
get
to
it.
say 4th and 1.
Yeah, they're going where his knee went down, not where the ball was, so.
4th and 1. And Mansfield calls a timeout. So Mansfield now set up on a 4th and 1, and they're going for it.
Yeah,
They stacked the line here for Bloomsburg.
I think they have to go.
Hand off to Donati. He punches it up the middle, and
I don't think he got
I
it.
think Bloomsburg stopped
Yeah, I
him.
don't think he got it.
They just ran it up the middle.
Right, like I said, Donati is too small. The line collapsed. You know they're going to stack 8 men, maybe even more in the line.
I think they had them all
yeah,
up
I think
there,
they had
dude.
them all up there, too. Fake the play up the middle and just bust it to the outside. He probably could have scored.
I think that they could have gone with the fullback over the top possibility and then had Donati on the pitch to the outside. But
Right.
Donati is only 165 pounds, 170 pounds, so I don't know how close they thought he was going to get to
They're
that.
going to measure it, but like I said, I don't think he got it either, so.
Our sideline reporter doesn't think he got it. And
No, he's short.
He's short by about a ball length. And Bloomsburg comes up with the 4th down stop, and they'll take over on downs at their own 19-yard line, so Mansfield's defense will come on and try to hold off here.
Right, they can set up in the eye, fake the ball to the fullback. The fullback could act like he's jumping over the pile, pitch the ball outside to Donati. Like I said, he was so wide open, he probably could have scored backwards on that play.
And Lucas Smith has a cramp on the sideline and is getting stretched out. So Bloomsburg 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line, and the handoff is to Sigler. He's hit at the line, spins off a tackle, and then he is brought down on the play by Hakeem Stevens and Matt Hanley.
Like I said earlier, that's all Sigler. His athletic ability to make people miss, get away from tackles, is what he's all about.
And our sideline reporter is on the 2nd row. That's why we couldn't find him. He kept talking to us and had no clue where he was. But now we know where he is, and Bloomsburg has a 2nd down and 6 yards to go. Roberts under center, Sigler's to set back along with Johnson. And an offsides possibility as there's the flags, and Sigler bounces to the outside, picks up the 1st down, and he's tackled by number 87 for Mansfield, Frank Hanlon and Matt Hanley. So we're going to see what the penalty call is. It might have been false start. I thought the left tackle moved a little early. The right tackle, I mean.
Bloomsburg's complaining a little bit, but I think it was offsides. I'm not sure.
So, yeah, and it is against the Mountaineers because they're talking to the Bloomsburg captain. So they're going to move. And it's offsides, as the referee indicates. And it'll be declined, and Sigler picks up another Bloomsburg 1st down, and they'll move the chains. 1st and 10 for Bloomsburg now on the 30-yard line.
Sigler with the ability to make those quick, subtle moves and just jerk the defender out of all kinds of whack and just make the easy play up the field for the 1st down.
He gets most of his yards by making the defense miss, does he not?
Yeah, he does. There's key blocks at the line, but once he gets through that 1st block and past the line, it's all him. And that's up to him, and he makes people miss.
They fake it, and they're going to run the option to the left side, and Roberts picks up another 1st down for Bloomsburg. So 1st and 10 as the chains move again. A 12-yard gain for Roberts, and Bloomsburg's picked up 2 1st downs in a row, or 2 plays.
That was the quarterback, number 10, right?
Yeah, Roberts.
That's Eric Miller.
Oh, Miller. I'm sorry, Eric Miller. I was calling him Roberts. I thought his name was Roberts. That's Michael Roberts, number 3. Okay.
Eric Miller, the quarterback.
Eric Miller's the
on the
quarterback.
keeper, so.
He hands off to Sigler, busts off guard, and up for about 5 yards, tackled by number 87. That is Frank Hanlon, again for Mansfield. So once again, the quarterback for Bloomsburg is Eric Miller on the in the quarterback spot. And he's wondering what play they're calling here. They're going with the no-huddle offense. 2nd and 5.
Mansfield defense with 5 men up.
He's going to pass. Wide open was number 28, and he's tackled by number 1, Hakeem Stevens. Number 28 is Ron Lelko, the wide receiver. So the Lelko brothers are doing some damage to the Mansfield secondary.
And I don't understand how the Mountaineers can have 6 guys in the defensive backfield and still let that guy wide open as he was. He's not even touched for about 3 yards after he catches the ball. So
They're playing a zone, and they're just running right in the open spots of the zone. The handoff is to Sigler, off tackle, gets to the outside. 2 guys to beat, and they bring him down. Number 26, Matt Hanley, and number 10, J.J. Cleaver on the stop. A 20-yard pickup from Sigler, and Bloomsburg another first down.
Sigler makes it look so easy, just getting through the line with ease and just shaking and juking and getting the defenders all crazy and making the easy play.
First and 10 from the 23. The handoff is to Sigler. Up the middle, no. Misses 3 tacklers. Eludes another one, but he's finally brought down by number 26, Matt Hanley. He had nowhere to go from the outset, made something happen, but Hanley came up out of the backfield and made the stop. So a loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, he tried to get to the outside, bounce off a tackle, and try to change his direction, and got caught up beyond the line of scrimmage.
So it's 2nd and 11 for Bloomsburg here. Mansfield's defense has been on the field a lot here in the first quarter. There is only 43 seconds left as the clock keeps ticking. Miller drops back to pass. It's up and incomplete. Good coverage on the play by Harold Vinson.
Loco had a beat on the ball, but he had to come back and try to catch it with one hand, but the ball's poorly thrown, a little behind him, so he didn't really have a chance to catch that ball.
And Bloomsburg now is 3rd down. Has done a good job converting on their 3rd down situations that they've had so far, as Mansfield does some substitution here. 3rd and 11. Miller, Sigler, the lone setback. He drops back to pass, and the play is whistled dead by the officials. And we have no indication as to why. I think the defense called a timeout.
Yeah.
Mansfield has called a timeout. So with a timeout on the field and the score, Bloomsburg 13, Mansfield nothing. 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Field. Bloomsburg 3rd and 11 here at their Mansfield timeout, looking to pick up and convert on the 3rd down. Miller drops back. He's going to run the quarterback draw. Goes left. Nice block from the guard. He's inside the 10, down to the 5, inside the 5 to the 1-2-yard line. So Miller, a nice run on the draw, gets inside the 5-yard line, down to about the 1.5, 2-yard line. So Mansfield.
That was a quarterback draw all the way. Miller just taking the ball right up the middle. And just center, getting all kinds of blocking, makes a move to the corner, down to the 1.5 line.
Number 67, Victor Brown, the center, with a big block on that draw. And Bloomsburg from the 1.5-yard line. The handoff is to Sigler, bounces it outside, cuts it inside, and he's in for the touchdown. Bloomsburg on the board again, and it's 19-0 here with 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Mansfield defense here probably a little tired after that long sustained drive by Bloomsburg. Their coverage is a little lackadaisical. If they were running zone, which it appears that they were, the defensive man was getting beat to the spot every time and outrunning, the offensive player was outrunning the coverage on the defensive end of the field and just, beating them down the field the whole time.
And Tom Boop set the kick. It's down and it's up and it's good. So Mansfield now down 20-0 here at Carl Van Norman Field on homecoming weekend. The crowds are quiet, and we're going to take another break. 9.5 FM, Mansfield University campus radio station. If there's any questions or comments about today's game, call the sports director, Dave Ewings, at 662-4650 or 662-4652. And leave your comments on the machine or talk to him in person if he is in the office. Bloomsburg kicker Tom Boop set to kick off to Donati and Harold Vincent. Short kick taken by Donati at the 11. Up the left side into the piles. He bounces off 2 tacklers and down at the 30-yard line, tackled by number 35, Chris McNutt, on the tackle.
Right now, if the Mansfield Mountaineers want, this game to be at all competitive or look any better on the scoreboard, they have to try and sustain a drive here, keep the defense off the field, and put a score on the board before halftime or before the halftime begins.
And Mansfield, the tackle was by Trent Flick. Lucas drops back to pass. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run. And he throws it, and it's caught Nice catch right there made. We can't tell who it was. I think it was Chris Olson. And number 22 is Chris Olson on the reception. So a pickup of about 10. I think that's a first down, Dave.
Actually, I don't think I think it's a little short right now of the first.
And there's a flag down, so we're not going to have anything here. It's not going to be a first down at all. As Lucas did a good job flushing the pocket and finding an open receiver and threw a strike, Dave.
I think the coverage downfield was very good on the defensive side of the ball, so he had to get out of the pocket before the defensive rush came to him, and he rolled right and just, found an open receiver here on the right side of the field in Olson.
Holding on the offense, so Mansfield now puts themselves in a hole, 1st and 20.
And the offense for Mansfield, still being plagued by penalties here, and if Mansfield continues to, go this route and have penalties all day long, like I said, it's going to be a one-sided game for the Mountaineers and not in their favor, to put it lightly.
And they're going to have one more play here before the end of the first quarter. It shows zeros on the clock, but you can never end a quarter or game on a penalty. So they're going to run one more play before the end of the first quarter. Lucas drops back. The draw to Donati. Behind 2 blockers. Bounces it outside and picks it up of about 5 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 15 to start off the second quarter. As we leave you for the first quarter, Jason Feather, Dave Pascal here from Carl Van Norman Field. Bloomsburg 20, Mansfield nothing. Dave Pascal, Mansfield moving the ball, and he was pushed down. Oh, come on. And they're going to get a flag coming in from the back, Judge. Nice call by the referee.
The line judge didn't even make the call. He's standing there with no, he's waving his hands, no pass. And he didn't even call the penalty. The back judge had to call the penalty.
And a nice call by the official as he was, as number 21, Pete Herchick, was just pummeled on the play. Didn't even have a chance of catching the ball. And the Mansfield Mountaineers, it'll be a first down, automatic first down for Mansfield on the pass interference play.
I don't know what the line judge was looking at because he had no idea what was going on.
I guess maybe he saw, so he didn't see the defender, I guess, pushing from the back because he was in front of Herchick, and the push was from behind, so I guess he just thought maybe he tripped over or something.
I have no idea what that...
But it was a blatant push.
Right, I don't know what that line judge was watching, but he didn't see that happen.
So nonetheless, Mansfield has 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Lucas drops back to pass over the middle, and he's too high for Herchick.
The offense side of the ball here having problems converting on a 2nd down.
And it'll be 2nd down now, 2nd and 10.
So that was 1st down.
Yeah, from the 31-yard line. So Mansfield mixing up the pass and the run here a little bit. And they're going to have Klecko come out. Donati, and Nate Davis is back into the ball game, so apparently he just got a stinger on the neck.
Yeah, he was getting worked on the sidelines, getting stretched out and everything. So
Davis in motion to the flat. Donati fakes, nice fake by Lucas Smith. Has no one to throw to. He's going to throw it though, and Chris Olson was wide open down the right side of the field on the 40-yard line, but he decided to throw to Pete Herchick.
Now, that
was a good defensive play
by Jay Zaransky, number 24 for the defense, coming up big there. Pete Herchick was wide open and knocked the ball down for the defense.
So Mansfield had Chris Olson wide open, and he is frustrated. He knows he was wide open too. Lucas could not find him to get him the ball. That would have been a 30-yard pickup if he could have found Olson, because nobody was around him for 10 yards.
Yeah, he just saw Herchick and tried to find. Yeah, I think he kind of forced that play a little bit.
Lucas from the gun, and it's picked off by number 46 for Bloomsburg, John Imp. And he's down, and it's a fumble, and Mansfield recovers. Wow.
And that's a change of possession, too, so I think Mansfield's going to get a first down.
Right. Mansfield will get a first down. So the interception by Imp returns it for 30 yards, and then a fumble forced by, I think, Barth Carson.
There's a flag down, too.
So we're going to find out what the... He might have been a hold on the return on the defense. So we're gonna find out what the penalty here is.
So a weird exchange of events here.
Chris Lordy covers the ball for Mansfield. So the official, it's a clip, and it is on the defense during the return. It's declined, and it'll be Mansfield ball, first down. So I don't know what they're going to do here.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough situation. You know, they got the ball back on an ill-advised pass by Lucas Smith, but you know, a fresh set of downs. But they're on their own 15-yard line.
So Mansfield gets first down and 10 from their own 15-yard line, and that's a difficult place to start all over again.
Yeah, like I said, a weird series of events there, resulting in I don't think the best situation for Mansfield, even though they got a fresh set of downs.
They get a fresh set of downs, but they lose 35 yards. So, and Lee Brannon on the carry, and he stopped right away. Number 96, Gary Fittery, on the tackle. And Fittery's in there pretty much every play, Dave. I wonder who he's lined up across that's not getting the block.
Nah, I have no idea who's not getting the block, but yeah, he's making a play on the offensive man almost every time.
He's in the backfield every play. He's forcing the ball to go to the outside, or he's forcing Lucas to flush the pocket every play. So that's fine. He's lined up on the left side of the defense, so that's the right side of the offense, and that's Barth Carson and number 69, Jason Marlowe. So they're not having fun with Fittery right now. Good block. Lucas drops back. He's in the end zone. Throws it to Olsen, and it was incomplete. Lucas almost got sacked for the safety in the end zone. He dropped back 15 yards on that one.
Olsen's probably actually glad he didn't catch that ball. If I was in that situation, I would have just knocked it down, not even caught the ball, because it would have been a 10-yard loss.
Yeah, he just pretty much just stayed right there where he was, and I think he just pretty much threw his body on the ball so that nobody else had the chance of catching that. So Mansfield at a 3rd and 10 on their own 15-yard line. Donati and Smith are lined up in the shotgun. Lucas drops, and he just falls right away. I don't know if he fell because he was getting hit or if he was trying to duck underneath and just slipped.
He knew he was going to get hit. I think he just played dead.
I don't know, but Lucas is down, and he's limping off the field. So Mansfield now will be forced to punt, and once again, that was John Fittery on the sack.
Yeah, he's coming untouched. He's lining up not really right on the line. He's back like maybe 2 or 3 yards off the line, so he has a good start of running and just bull rushes to the offensive lineman every time and gets past him, uses his speed and quickness to get into the pocket.
Hanley 8 yards deep in the end zone. It was tipped by number 77, and it's only about a 30-yard punt to the 38-yard line. So Mansfield will have their defense come on and have to defend only 38 yards for Bloomsburg to go.
So a really bad exchange of events here for Mansfield. I don't really think that's what they wanted to do. If that turnover didn't take place on both sides of the ball, if Lucas Smith doesn't throw an interception and then the defender fumbled the ball, you know, Mansfield probably would have punted about the 45-yard line and had the Huskies on their side of the field. Now instead they're on the Mansfield side of the field at their own 35-yard line.
Mike Keating is warming up as Lucas Smith is being worked on by the trainers. Irvin Sigler down the right side picks up a first down and more as he gets inside the 30-yard line down to about the 26. Sorry about that. We missed the play. We were watching to see what was going on with Lucas Smith. But Sigler picks up another Bloomsburg first down as he gets the ball down to about the 25-yard line. Inside the 25 to about the 24, where the official marks the ball. And the clock is rolling. 1st and 10 for the Huskies. Sigler and Johnson are in the I formation.
Mansfield with only 5 guys on the line of scrimmage once again.
Bounces out to the left, and he's tripped up only about 2 or 2.5 yards on the pickup. So Sigler, that's probably the shortest gain. I don't know, shortest gain of the day was a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, he had a loss.
So, but right now, Mansfield has to come up with a big stop, and that's asking too much of your defense time in and time out.
Yeah, you can't, just come out every time and say, okay, defense, it's up to you. You can't do that every game, and that's exactly what Mansfield's doing, and because the offense has no output whatsoever, and the defense is, they can't do everything for your
Miller,
team.
the delay draw to Sigler, bounces out to the left side, and Sigler is in untouched for the touchdown. 6 more points for the Bloomsburg Huskies. And the score is now 26-0. Dave, Sigler went in untouched that time, and there was nothing really that any Mansfield Mountaineer was around him for a couple yards.
I mean, you can't sit here and say that there's nothing they could have done to stop it, because, there's plenty of things they could have done to stop it, but the key thing is, would they have stopped it even if they tried? And right now, it doesn't seem like the defense has enough oomph in them to even try to stop that play.
Oop, the extra point, it's good, and Mansfield is now down 27-0. So with the timeout on the field and the score, Mansfield nothing, Bloomsburg 27, and with 12:08 left in the second quarter. We'll be back after this brief message from John. What do you tell your players?
I really myself, I've been trying to figure, me and our other colleague Dave Ewings have done the last 2 games, and we've been trying to figure that out ourselves. We preach the same things day in and day out, and it's making adjustments, and good defense, and just the things that you need to win, the obvious things that you need to win, and they're just not doing it. And the offensive side of the ball, the play calling, making adjustments at halftime, and everything along those lines just isn't happening for the Mansfield Mountaineers. So, I mean, and on the last scoring drive, Bloomsburg just went to their bread and butter, the delayed handoff, and they clear that side out so well.
Wow. What a kick from Boop. And it goes out of the end zone, out the back of the end zone to Donati. And right now,
like I said, they go to their bread and butter, and Irv Sigler can just take it to the end zone untouched for an easy score.
And Mike Keating will be the new quarterback for the Mansfield Mountaineers, as Lucas Smith is still being worked on the sideline. As we find out something from him shortly, from our sideline reporter Dave Ewings. So Keating, the senior quarterback, taking over. Fakes the handoff. He rolls right. Finds Brezovic for a 3-yard gain. Incomplete. They're going to say the ball was incomplete. So Keating throwing on his first play of the game, and throws the incomplete pass.
I think he got hit, and the ball came out as he hit the ground. So he probably didn't have control of it and lost the ball. Incomplete pass. So Mansfield here again on 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
Pete Herchick split wide left. Chris Olson wide right. Davis and Donati split in the backfield. Keating under center. He drops back. He's going to throw. Here's the pass. Olson was wide open, but it was a duck pass, and it was intercepted by number 19, John Slosey. And he is tackled by a host of Mountaineer offensive players, Klecko, Olson, and Herchick? Yeah, Herchick on the tackle. So
I'm not sure if that ball wasn't tipped as it got to the other defender that picked it off. I think it got tipped first and then kind of slowed it down a little bit. And then defensive player, number 19, I think it was.
Yeah, it was Slosey.
Yeah, Slosey picked it off with a minimal return.
So Bloomsburg now will take over from their own 48-yard line, 1st and 10, with 11:42 left. Sigler still in the backfield. Miller under center. 2 receivers, and it's that delayed handoff to Sigler. He runs up and picks up about 3, maybe 4 yards on the play. So Bloomsburg just looking to play. They're playing smash mouth football right now, Dave. They're just running it up the field,
right,
pushing it up on Mansfield.
Grind it out. Just grind it out. T to the note. Whatever they say. Nose to the grindstone is what I was trying to say. Just grit it out, smash mouth football is what it is, and they're just pushing the ball up the field on offense, making hard hits on defense, and that's what wins your ball games.
Mansfield drops back into a zone coverage here. Sigler runs off left tackle. He gets to the outside, makes one move, gets the first down and more as he picks up about 10 on the play. He gets inside the 40-yard line to about the 38, and it is a first down for the Bloomsburg Huskies.
And he just makes it look so easy, Jay.
Once again, Sigler on the carry, and I think he is over his 80 yards. And we're going to go to our sideline reporter, Dave Ewings, if we can find him. Once again, he's hiding from us. Okay, we're not going to Dave Ewings because we don't know where he is. So it's 1st down and 10 from the 38-yard line. Miller under center. Sigler and Johnson are in the eye. And the delayed handoff again. Sigler fumbles, and it's recovered by the Mountaineers. He ran into his fullback, popped the ball out, and I think Hakeem Stevens comes up with it. And the referee signals 1st down Mansfield, and the offense will come back on. So again, Dave, the defense does a good job You know, they can't be expected to do this every time, but when they do it, you have to be excited about it.
Right. I was just getting ready to say, Jason just, you know, kind of gave me a little nice segue there. I can't be excited about this. I mean, I am supposed to be objective and everything, and you know, but you can't be excited for the Mansfield Mountaineers if you get a turnover, because from what's happened from, you know, already today and from previous games, they're just going to go 3 and out anyway. They're not making anything happen off the turnover, so just making another turnover is not an exciting turn of events for the Mountaineers.
But it gives the fans something to cheer about. Olsen in motion. Handoff to Donati. He bounces it back up into the middle, and he'll pick up maybe one.
Yeah, maybe one on first down, and like I said, that's 9 yards to go, and 3 and out.
Too much to ask for your offense, out of your offense. I think right now what they have to do is they have to do more play action up the middle and look to go outs, tight end dump, something. They got to just move the ball more than 1 yard every down on first down.
And like we said earlier in the previous games, I hope that during the halftime break, Coach can make some adjustments, that they can come out in the second half and do some things. And right now they see some things that aren't working. Hopefully they can make some adjustments to find some things that will.
Keating drops back to pass, and he's hit from behind, and there's a flag down, number 50 for the Huskies, Tony Brown, on the sack. Maybe not. I think Keating might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage, but there's a flag down, but they pick up the flag. Okay, so Mansfield now will have to work 3rd and 9 here. The flag was picked up. It's 3rd and 9, and here comes Olsen in with the play. Keating still the quarterback, as we have not received word from our sideline reporter on the conditions of Lucas Smith.
Well, Lucas Smith was getting his ankle taped up on the sideline. I think it had something to do with his ankle.
Right.
I'm not sure the severity of it, though.
Keating drops back to pass. Duck pass, and nearly come down with it, Nate Davis. If that would have been a better thrown ball, Dave, I think he could have had it.
Yeah, I think Nate kind of heard the footsteps maybe a little bit and kind of took his eyes off the ball. It was a little lame duck pass, but those are harder to come down with than tight spirals. But if he takes his mind off the defender and maybe towards the ball a little bit more, he might have come down with it.
He had to jump for the ball, so he got off the air and probably worried about coming down and getting hit, so losing the ball.
He was worried about getting laid out.
Hanley deep to kick. And they're going to call timeout, so it's a timeout on the field and the score. Bloomsburg 27, Mansfield nothing. Here in the second quarter, 9:10 left. You're listening to Mountaineer football, 27-0, and really not much going for them as they are punting away here after a 3-and-out series.
Again, off of a turnover. Like I said, there's nothing you can get excited about with the offense performing the way they have been. You know, on a turnover, you're supposed to get excited and give an opportunity for the offense to score, but for Mansfield, it's nil, nothing.
And he's number 3, that's Roberts. He's taking it to the left side, and a big return off of a Matt Hanley punt. Back inside Mansfield territory to the 42-yard line. That just took so much. That just was so quick. Roberts just took off quickly. We had no clue to see who it was.
And that just starts out from the first move. As soon as he catches the ball, he knows what way to go and what way he's going to go before he catches the ball. He sees the way the offensive team is coming down, the coverage team, is coming down on the field, knows where people are going to be, and as soon as he catches the ball, he knows where he's going to be, or where he's going to go and where these people are going to be, so he can make the proper cut.
So 1st and 10 now from the Mansfield 42-yard line. Bloomsburg set. Miller under center, Sigler still in the backfield. He drops back to pass, and he's got number 28 wide open down the right side. Touchdown. Harold Vincent and Matt Hanley burnt 2-on-1, and Lelko, number 28, comes up with the big touchdown play as Mansfield now down 33-0 to the Bloomsburg Huskies.
Ron Lelko, I guess, is the younger of the two. The other Lelko, number 8, Mike Lelko, I think he's the All-American. Is that it? Is that correct?
No, Ron is the All-American.
Ron is the All-American.
Ron is the All-American.
He's just beating his man down the field every time and is wide open by like 5 yards on every pass play.
Both brothers are doing an excellent job as the receiving corps, and Boop makes the extra point. So Mansfield now down. They're down 34-0, Dave, and 8:46 left to play.
Right,
here.
that's the key. There's 8:46 to play in the first half. This game's not even halfway finished yet. So, have All-Americans. They're nationally ranked in a few categories, and they're just a heck of a team. And they have good recruiting, and year in and year out, they're just that good.
Tom Boop, another kick into the end zone. He's kicking with the wind now as the flags indicate that the wind is moving left to right on the field. We're going to take a timeout on the field. The score: Bloomsburg 34, Mansfield nothing. You're listening to the Mountaineer Football Sports Network.
Y'all know the deal. Every Thursday morning, 6 to 8, tune into the Blizzard. I'm going to bring it to you.
And we're back to Carl Van Norman Field. On first down, Mansfield's Mike Keating threw the pass to number 86, Mike Brezovic, incomplete. So Mansfield now 2nd and 10 from their own 20-yard line, and the offense is not getting any, better in their position, in their field position.
No, and going from I don't know the severity of Lucas Smith's injury or anything like that, but if Mansfield, is smart and they're down 34-0, I just think Keating should play out the rest of this game.
Yeah. He is a senior. It is homecoming. It's his last homecoming football game. Let him stay in there. He's moving the offense somewhat, a little bit better than Lucas was, and they just picked up 6 yards on a off-tackle play from Lee Brannon.
Right. I don't think Lucas Smith. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the severity of his injury, but I don't think he'll mind. Foreseeing, Keating out there, doing it for the last time on homecoming. So I don't think Lucas will mind.
Donati back into the ball game. Keating sets back. And it was a low pass to number 86, Mike Brezovic. And once again, Dave, here comes the defense on a 3-and-out situation.
I don't think Brezovic saw that pass at all. I think he was kind of looking upfield a little bit, trying to finish his route. And Keating drilled the ball right into his chest, but he just wasn't watching, and it just hit him right in the side and fell to the ground. So, again, yes, Mansfield's defense has to come back out on the field. 1, 2, 3-and-out once again for the offense. And, right, we just, we have to be objective, and we have to try and give possible answers that we can give to, make Mansfield a better team, and, what we think would help them to win. And right now,
it's keeping the defense off the field pretty much.
And right now, we can only say that so many times, and Mansfield just looks so sluggish. There's just so many things you can do, and so much you can say.
And here's Hanley to punt again into the wind. It's a nice high spiral kick. And it's a fair catch called, and Olsen picks up the fumble. Number 3, Michael Roberts, fumbled he called for a fair catch, fumbled the ball. So the Mansfield offense will come back onto the field, and they're at the Bloomsburg 30-yard line. So good offensive possession here for Mansfield, as maybe they can capitalize on it.
Maybe, it's tough with this defense that Bloomsburg has. But, this is a perfect opportunity for them to score. This is the best field position they've had all day, I think. And, this is the best opportunity they've had all afternoon.
So Keating still in the ballgame. Donati the lone setback. 3 receivers, Olsen, Davis, and Herchick. Keating sets. It's hit again. He gets hit as he throws, and it's high. The pass was intended for Nate Davis. And once again, number 96, Gary Fittery and Chris Luft from Birdsboro are in there hitting Keating as he gets rid of the ball.
Yeah, on the punt, I think number 3, who is it, Roberts, he called for a fair catch, and instead he should have probably let it go. You can call for a fair catch and still not catch the ball.
Right.
So instead he called for a fair catch and tried to run backwards and catch the ball over his shoulder and try and square his body to run up the field. I think he should have just let it go. And
he is a junior too, so Donati off tackle. To the left side, cuts back right, and he's inside the 20. Another first down for Mansfield. That's good news right there.
Yeah, Donati, he's going to get his yards regardless, but the offense has to give him the ball and give him the opportunity to make the yards. They can't say, okay, Donati up the middle, up the middle, up the middle. You can't do that for him. He's too small of a guy to take that punishment constantly. You have to push him to the outside, use his speed, and he'll get the yards that you need.
Again, Donati the lone setback. Lucas Smith back into the ballgame. He's pressured right away. He flushes to the right side. He has nobody to throw to. He's going to run and picks up another Mountaineer first down. Inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. So welcome back to the game, Lucas Smith.
Yeah, I'm not real sure if I like that call. I mean, Lucas Smith, like I said, I keep saying I don't know the severity of his injury, and he seems okay. It had something to do with his ankle, and he just ran for about 15 yards. But I just think relinquish the reins for a little bit to Keating. Get him some, playing time. Homecoming, his last homecoming. He's a senior. and just, give him the ball and let the game finish out, because it's 34-0, and, they're knocking on the door now, but it still might not be enough.
On the 8-yard line, Smith, Davis, and Brannon in the I formation. The handoff to Davis, and he picks up 2 yards on the fullback power. And how injured is Tom O'Donnell? He looks like he's getting ready to kick the extra point down there, number 6. So we were told before the game that he had an injury. He had an earache,
an ear infection.
He was on his deathbed supposedly, but he seems to be kicking balls into the net over there, so he mustn't be that hurt.
Or sick or what have you.
Or whatever, yeah. Lucas Smith now. Brannon the lone setback. Davis in the flat. Herchick wide left. Smith flushing. And he runs 10 yards backwards, and that's what you cannot have that. Take the sack at the line if you're going to get sacked. Don't run 10 yards back before you get hit.
Yeah, I'm a little confused on this whole offensive series now. I don't understand why you're going to take Keating out.
8-yard loss.
And I don't know why you take Keating out when he was getting a little offensive continuity going, and put Lucas Smith back in there, who just makes a bonehead play, if you ask me, running backwards 10 yards to
he
get
lost
sacked.
8 yards on the play. He was only 2 yards deep. He only took a 2-step drop, 2 yards deep. He could have just fell right there if he felt the pressure. So Mansfield now. Lucas Smith in the shotgun. Donati set next to him. Here's the snap. He drops. He's looking to pass. Throws, and it's incomplete. And Mansfield now on 4th down at the 16-yard line. He tried to throw the strike, and it was not a well-advised pass, as there were 6 defenders around him.
And Herchek, he tried to thread the needle to Herchek by putting about 150 miles an hour on that ball.
And anyway, if he would have caught it, he would have been lit in the end zone because he got hit and he didn't even catch the ball. So now it's 4th down on the 16, and Mansfield's going for it.
Well, you have to, Jay.
4th and goal.
Honestly, you have to. You're down 34-0. You have to go for it.
And he drops back to pass. He throws. It's high, and it's incomplete. Intended for number 22, Chris Olson. And number 19, I do believe, John Slosey was the nearest guy to catch the ball.
And I think he could have caught it if he wanted to, but the old rule, what do? Knock it down.
Knock it down.
So you don't, near the end zone, you don't want to pick that ball off. You just want to knock it down.
Right. They get the ball on the 16 instead of. So the offensive line is having their troubles today. And Mansfield's offense continues to be struggling.
And actually, in the offense for Mansfield, that was probably one of their brighter spots until today. The offensive line was pretty solid, and today now they're just getting beat constantly by the Bloomsburg defense.
Sigler and Johnson in the eye. Handoff to Sigler, left side. Fakes inside, bounces it outside, and there he goes. He's on a horse race with J.J. Cleaver. He misses one tackle, breaks away from another, and he gets out of bounds. A 50-yard gain by Irv Sigler. Inside the Mansfield 45-yard line. Number 44.5.
Number 8, I guess, is that 8? Chuck Peterson. He had a heck of a time. He was trying to bring him down, and he couldn't tackle him. Irv Ziegler's just running up the field and breaks tackle, and then J.J. Cleaver gets in on it.
There's number 9, Dave Kamarowski.
Excuse me, 9.
Yeah, Chuck Peterson's a wide receiver. Handoff to the fullback, Johnson, and he gets to the outside now. Picks up the first down inside the 30-yard line to about the 26, 27-yard line, and another Bloomsburg first down.
Yeah, I'm really interested to find out how many yards Irv Ziegler has right now. He must be close to I'd say 100 already.
Yeah, I think he's well over 100, Dave. Yeah, he just picked up 55 on that play, and we got an injured Mountaineer down, and I think it is Dave Kamarowski. Dave Kamarowski, thanks to our sideline reporter, Dave Ewings. We're going to go to him in a little bit, as soon as he finds some interesting information out. But with the injury on the field, we're going to take a timeout. You're listening to Mountaineer Football on Giant 89 FM. Jason Feather alongside Dave Pascal. You're listening to Mountaineer Football on the Giant 89 Sports Network. And Bloomsburg sets up 1st and 10 inside the 30-yard line at the 28. Gabe Kamarowski being helped off the field by the trainer. It looks like to be an ankle injury. He'll just get taped up and probably be back into the ballgame. The handoff to Sigler, left side. Has the first down and more as he breaks the 15-yard line. Matt Hanley knocks him out of bounds.
And Jay, I don't know if you noticed, but the All-American wide receiver down here at the bottom, Lelko, he's down there one-on-one coverage. He just looks down the line at the quarterback and gives him a little finger flick to let him know that he has one-on-one coverage and he knows he can beat his man on defense.
And the defender is Chesy Morrison. And Gabe Kamarowski is told we're told he has a hip injury, maybe a hip pointer.
Yeah, probably took a helmet on his hip.
The handoff is to Sigler. Inside the 10 to the 5, and there's a flag down. He's knocked down at the 4-yard line, and there's a flag on the play, possible holding. And Mansfield, it is a holding penalty on the Bloomsburg Huskies, so it'll take them back, and it'll be 1st and 20.
I think that's only their first or maybe second or third penalty of the day. So Bloomsburg is an effective offensive and defensive machine and doesn't kill themselves with penalties.
Well, they've had 2 holding penalties. They had that unsportsmanlike conduct.
Well, that
they offset.
Yeah, you can't really count that.
And then
pass interference call they had
right,
too. So.
And they had an offsides penalty. So 4 or 5, but they don't kill themselves with penalties.
Right.
They come up at inopportune.
Right.
They come out at times when they don't really hurt you. So Mansfield now backs against the wall on the defensive side. From the 16-yard line, the Huskies drop back to delayed draw to Sigler. He runs it up into the pile, busted outside, breaks 2 tackles, and he's down to the 10-yard line.
And I have no idea where he got that extra yards from. He ran into the pile. There was defenders all around him and no daylight at all, and he just pushes and keeps his legs moving and finds that open space and just falls forward and gets that extra 5 or 6 yards.
He picks up 6 to make up 2nd and 9. And Mansfield's defense is just not wrapping. I just think they're tired, Dave.
Yeah, they're not wrapping the hands. You know, they're just grabbing. They're not tackling anybody, and they're just, complacent to let the guy run over them because of the severity of their time.
Miller hands off to Sigler inside the 5, touchdown. Another 6 for Bloomsburg, and it makes it 40-0 with 3:32 left in the first half.
And Sigler, he's so used to getting into the end zone, it's not even a big deal for him anymore.
John Lipsey's down on the field for the Mountaineers. And Irv Sigler has just set the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference record for touchdowns in a career with that touchdown right there. And the trainers are running onto the field here as John Lipsey appears to be injured as he's doubled over.
Yeah, he's trying to get up and he can't. He's trying to pick himself up and he's falling back down.
So with an injury on the field, we're going to take a timeout. You're listening to Mountaineer Football on Giant 89 FM.
Into this game.
The Mountaineer down was linebacker number 42, Mike Abrachinski. So Tom Boop now on for the extra point here for Mansfield. Are they 3-1? Oh, okay. I thought they were 4-1. Overall, that might be their PSAC mark. No, they're 3-1 overall. Okay. All right. So Tom Boop on for the extra point. The place is down and it's up and it's good. And Mansfield now down 41-0. Place the way they've been playing so far this year, that if they don't get on top early, if they don't score first, they're down right away. If they give up a touchdown first, they're down, and that's the way they play the whole game. They have not been up since the beginning of the ball game.
Right, and if they continue to go the way they've been playing right now, they're going to end up being 0-6, and as soon as something bad happens to them in the game, they're going to think, oh, it's over, we already lost. As soon as one thing happens, they're going to completely thin.
With Lucas Smith still behind under center. Nate Davis the lone setback. Olsen, Herchick, and Donati set up as the wide receivers. The handoff to Davis on the counter. Gets behind one runner. Picks up the first down, maybe no. He's short. He only picks up 8 on the play.
Like we said earlier, I said earlier in the past game that Nate Davis is the guy who you want to give the ball to for the up-the-middle plays. He's a bigger back, the fullback, the lead blocker, and can take those hits up the middle.
He's been in tough situations before, David. He's a veteran of Desert Storm.
Yeah, he's a veteran of the military. He was a Marine, I guess it was.
Yeah, he was a Marine.
So he came to college after his tour of duty, so to speak, in the military. And, you know, he's a bigger guy. He's a little more mature than some of these guys. So
Donati off left tackle. Got hit and spins down. Has the first down, but he's tackled by number 77, Brian Sims, and number 24, Jay Zoransky for the Huskies. And I think they have their second-team defense in there, Dave. I don't see any of their first-teamers.
Well, 19, number 19 for Bloomsburg, Zalosi, yeah, he's first. He's a first teamer. He's out there now.
But they've taken out Gary Fitter and Chris Luft, who were their starting defensive linemen. They're out of the ball game now. Lucas, tight spiral, and it's way away from the receiver intended for Pete Herchick. And Mansfield now 2nd and 10 from their own 34-yard line.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with taking out the first string defensive line if I'm Bloomsburg, because, you know, give them guys a break. They've done their job so far. A big donut on the scoreboard for the Mountaineers, so reward them with a little time. I don't see them not playing any more of the rest of the game. They might come out and start the second half, but like we said, it's not even halftime yet, folks.
Right. They might get a series or two in the second half, just, you know, keep them honest. The delay draw to Donati. Picks up and runs, and he got the first down inside, just past the Mansfield Mountaineer 45-yard line. The refs are going to call it the 46.5. So another first down for Mansfield as the clock ticks away, 1:58 and counting.
Hard nose.
And Brezovic comes out and Kaleko comes in.
So right now, the Mansfield offense moving the ball a little bit on the running of Jason Donati.
Well, they have to do something, Dave.
Well, right. He's the only guy who's going to get anything done on the ground for you, so you have to try and use it.
Tipped at the line, and number 8, Chuck Peterson, could have caught the ball but jumped a little too soon. I think once it got tipped, it threw his timing off.
I don't think he even had to jump until it got tipped, and then he...
Right. And right now... Right now, Lucas Smith is getting the play from Brandon as Donati steps out, and it's 2nd and 10 from the 47-yard line. I said $47.
So I think that Peterson just jumped too early, and after it was tipped, he just couldn't catch it.
Handoff to Davis. He runs off guard and picks up 6 yards, maybe 5 or 6 on the carry. Tackled by number 77, Brian Sims. He gets inside Bloomsburg territory to the 49-yard line.
And again, Nate Davis takes the ball up the middle, but he runs into the tackles. He running into the lineman, and he's just grabbed by the defensive man and brought down. He didn't even have a chance to make a move or get away from the defensive men. He's just running right into him, and they're just wrapping the guys up. I don't know if he expects them not to tackle him or what, but he's just totally, getting hit and brought down before he even had a chance to make a move.
And Pete Herchick was drilled, but he caught the ball for a Mountaineer first down, and so was Lucas Smith. He was hit hard by number 57 on Bloomsburg. That is Scott Dietrich.
Lucas Smith just throwing that ball a ton.
Another first down, and they have to move because the clock is ticking. Under a minute to play, 45 seconds left in the shotgun. Smith drops back to pass. In and out of the hands of Mike Kaleko. I think he could have caught that ball, Dave.
Yeah, it was a little low, on his fingertips, but the old saying goes, if you even touch it, you should have probably caught it. So,
he is the Mountaineers' leading receiver, though, with catches, with receptions.
So there's something always that you can probably do a little differently to get yourself in better position to catch the ball. And right there, he just put his hands down and tried to fingertip it.
The word on Mike Abrachinski is that he has a bad back and has ice on it sitting at the trainer's station there. And Lucas in the shotgun. Brandon set next to him, 3 wide for Mansfield. Number 93 pressuring Lucas. He's going to run. No, he stops. He's going to throw the ball downfield, and it's tipped, nearly picked off by Jay Zoransky.
Jay Zoransky should have caught the ball. It went right through his fingertips.
Nate Davis was the intended receiver for Mansfield, and I believe it is 3rd down now and 10 from the Bloomsburg 42-yard line with 31 seconds left in the first half. So Dave, Mansfield has to go into the locker room and make whatever adjustments are possible.
There's only so many adjustments you can make to try and succumb a score like this. It can't be an optimistic look in the locker room. There's no way.
Not necessarily changes to, try and win the ball game, because that's definitely out of the question right now.
Yeah.
But changes to make it respectable,
Right.
more or less.
Yeah, definitely. Or just make changes to make some improvement.
To better themselves
Right.
for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
basically.
definitely.
You're not going to catch this Bloomsburg team if Donati runs off tackle on third down and only picks up about 5 to make it 4th and 5 now. And as the clock ticks down to 10 seconds, 9, 8, I think they're just going to let the clock run out here in the first half. Which, to me, if you have 4th down, might as well run the play. If the clock's going to run out, Bloomsburg's not going to get another playoff anyway.
They're
Throw
just
one for
running
the end zone. Throw one for the end zone.
I agree, but they're just going to run it off. Coach Vidal's done
Has got
stranger
to be economically. And welcome back. We're back. We had to cut the commercial off because we have started the second half. You're on, I'm on, and we're ready to go. As Harold Hilson returns the Tom Boot kickoff to the 26-yard line, where Mansfield will start it off here, 1st and 10 in the second half. Halftime stats have not been updated. There were a couple of mistakes during the halftime stats, but Steve McCloskey and his crew are working on them and getting them fixed, and we might be able to get them to you.
The biggest statistic, and we know it's not a mistake, is the yardage of Irv Sigler.
And number 46 for Bloomsburg, that is John Imp, and he could have picked that Lucas Smith pass off here to start the second half.
And that's a lot of times when in the NFL, when you see that happen, a lot of the commentators say, and that's why he's a linebacker, because he tried to be wide receiver in high school and he had no hands, so he had to be a linebacker. And that's exactly what happened. Hit him right in the hands and he just dropped the ball.
Right, but a good job of playing defense there by Imp. And Mansfield now 2nd and 10 from their own 26. Lucas Smith, the handoff to Davis, up the middle. Bounces off 2 tacklers and runs, and he's down to about the 31. Number 43, Chris Achuf, whatever, got Davis on the tackle.
So it'll be interesting to see if the Mansfield offense has made any adjustments coming out of the halftime to try and move the ball up the field on the defense of the Bloomsburg Huskies. Regardless, I'm not sure if any of these guys are substitutes on the defense side of the ball or not. It looks like most of the first team is back.
Right, most of the starters are in. They'll probably see them for the first series or 2, maybe even 3. They have a big game against Millersville next week.
So if they can move the ball on the defense of Bloomsburg, then it gives you an idea of what kind of adjustments they made. But right now, that was
3 and out on the offense.
Right, that was just third down.
And Lucas Smith left that ball extremely high for the intended receiver, Chris Olson, or Pete Herchick. I'm sorry.
So again, it was the same thing that we've seen all season long. 1, 2, 3 and out for the offense. Again, after halftime, supposedly adjustment, end quote, and they come out and do the same thing they've always done.
Hanley now to kick it away. Is Cleaver going to go in motion? No, he's going to come back in.
Yeah, that guy wouldn't have been. He would have been untouched going into the.
And here's the snap. Hanley, the kick nearly blocked, but it's going to take a Mansfield roll inside the 20, down inside the 15, and stops at the 14-yard line. So Mansfield, good job by Matt Hanley at taking the low snap and getting it away. Got the Mansfield roll.
I think Mansfield got away with one on that play, because I think the play clock was messed up and it stopped, and it was stuck at 5 for like a few seconds. So I think they might have got away with a delay of game there.
But nonetheless, Mansfield pins Bloomsburg back deep in their own territory. 43-yard punt for Matt Hanley with the roll.
This is probably the worst field position that Bloomsburg has had all day.
And not just more yards for Irv Sigler to gobble up,
Basically.
And Sigler is the backfield. Hand off to him. Bounces off left guard. Breaks 2 tackles, and he's down. Pickup of 9 yards, brought down by number 5, Harold Vinson, for the Mountaineers.
And Sigler just busts through the line, and you see he carried two guys, almost 3 guys, for like 3 or 4 yards on his back, just dragging these fellows along and getting that extra 2 or 3 yards.
He doesn't turn the ball over. He did turn it over in the first half. He carries the ball like, he guards it with his life, and that's what you're taught to do as a running back. He's built like a running back. He runs hard, and he's doing an extremely good job carrying the ball so far. He's well over 230 yards now. The handoff to Sigler again up the middle, bounces it outside, and cuts off as the official was knocked down on the play, but he's tackled by number 26, Matt Hanley, and number 97, is that 97? Tyson Figueroa. Big Tyson
Yeah, again, as Jason just said, he covers the ball with two hands when he's inside, and then when he breaks it outside, he takes it in one hand. And in open field, he switches hands.
He does a good job of switching hands.
Keeps the ball away from the defender and does not turn the ball over.
Second down and 1 yard to go. Johnson and Sigler in the I formation. The handoff is to Sigler, off left tackle, cuts it. Has 2 tackles those to beat, and he's not going to get past him. Number 87, that is Frank Hanlon on the tackle, and Sigler picks up another first down. So it's been all Sigler so far here. 4 plays, and he got, let's see, 44 and 16. That's, what, about 29 yards? Something like that. I can't do math real quick in my head here.
Like the old saying goes, you got to dance with the girl who brung you, and Sigler's the one who got him here and got him to this score. So I mean, you got to keep going with what you got.
And right now, the Mansfield defense in a 4-4 with 3 D-backs. And the handoff, a delay to Sigler one more time. And he gets to the right, outside to the right side. Has to get past Hanley. Puts his hand down. Gets past Kamarowski. Another dance. And Cleaver has him up, but there's a flag down on the play. So who knows what's going to happen here. As Sigler tripping over some coach's wires over there. And Tyson Figueroa is down on the sideline. He's hurt.
So you can just, that's a good example of how the stiff arm comes into effect. Sigler just using that to perfection, pie facing the defender, putting his hand right on the helmet of the defender and just pushing him into the ground, making him not able to grab a tackle.
And nice job. The penalty is on Bloomsburg. And it is holding. So the run by Sigler is nullified. It'll make it 1st and 20 now. Tyson Figueroa is down over here on the sideline. Trainer's working on him, although he is off. I think Coach Vidal is trying to, get an injury timeout, but Tyson is off the field, so I think the referees are just going to have to keep the play going.
Right, I don't think he can get an injury timeout from him being off the field like that, so, you never want to see an injured player down, but he's off the field, so you can't really stop the game because of that.
The halftime raffle of a 50-50, the giveaway of 2 Penn State football tickets to the Wisconsin game. Some lucky fan out there just one knows. Anytime you get the chance to go to a Penn State game, you're lucky because those tickets are sold out. And they're really hard to come by. Your cousin goes to Penn State, so he's probably at the game today.
Yeah, he is at the game today. And, Ohio State's probably one of the biggest games that they're going to have all year.
That in Michigan.
Yeah.
So,
So Big Tyson's up on the sideline, hobbling down something with his knee or his ankle, I think.
I think they have his shoe off, so it might be an ankle injury.
Yeah.
As Lucas Smith is just sitting there with his helmet off. Wasn't going to get up, but does now. And Mike, is that Mike Kelko or Ron? That's Ron Lelko.
Yeah,
with a nice catch for the first down.
That's why
had to pick up 16.
That's why he's an All-American.
He went 17 yards, and like they always say, if you need 16, run past the yard marker
and come back. Exactly.
And then come back.
That comes into play so much. You watch high school football, college football, pro football. On 3rd down or 4th down, whatever the yardage that you need, the receiver never runs the route long enough. And he always ends up coming up a yard short, 2 yards short.
They didn't give him the forward progress, so it's going to be 2nd and 2. That's surprising. Normally they do give you the forward progress. The handoff is to Sigler. Up the middle. Hit at the line by number 85. Number 85, Tyree Patterson, hit Sigler at the line of scrimmage, put him on the ground, and there's a brawl going on in the middle of the field, but the football players break it up, and Mansfield, Sigler is hot right now.
Right, Ziegler's out there talking a little trash. He's a big-time man out there. He's making the plays, and he finally gets stopped. He finally gets stopped on a good defensive play, and he gets up and he probably says a little something to Tyree Patterson. And
Mansfield can't be happy with the way things are. Frustration, being taken out, and a lot of the fans have left. And it's not as packed as it was. There's some bleachers open here, so right now, Mansfield defense has to come up with a 3rd down stop here. 3rd and 5 for Bloomsburg. 5-man front for Mansfield. Here's the handoff. No, he's going to roll right. And Tyree Patterson with the sack. A 10-yard sack by Tyree Patterson. And that's something to be happy about if you're a Mansfield fan. The defense coming out with a little bit of a charge here.
Yeah, I mean, Tyree's probably the guy who could probably do that every time, and I don't understand, you know, why he did it. He does it now when they're down 41 points. He could have been doing that in the first quarter and made it a little bit more interesting instead of coming up now and, you know, maybe somebody sparking a fire underneath him. Maybe Sigler did something or said something to get him fired up, and that could have happened in the first quarter when it meant something.
I do believe that this is the first Bloomsburg punt of the day.
It is.
And Harold Vincent has it. Bust up the right sideline. He's got a lot of room, and he's knocked out of bounds by number 14, Randy Davidson, on the stop for the Bloomsburg Huskies. He just took Vincent's feet out, and that's all you have to do to stop somebody,
yeah, Vincent,
especially if you're a fast guy.
Vincent made a bust up the sideline, and then, you know, Davidson was in front of him, and then Lelko was on his left, and he came in on a tackle too, so he didn't really have anywhere to go. If he would have made a cut before that, I think he would have had a little more room. Instead,
a little more room, definitely.
He just ran up the sideline instead of making that earlier cut.
Big Tyson Figueroa is on the sideline with ice on his ankle. He's okay. Lucas drops back, and oh boy, the receiver wasn't there, and he's gone for a touchdown. That's number 25, Lee Strawbridge, and he's in for 6. And Bloomsburg now up 47-0, as there was no receiver there.
Right, and like I said to Dave Ewings, and what I've been saying for the last 3 weeks, is that Mansfield makes too many mental errors, and that's what that came down to right there. Lucas Smith is not thinking. He just knows that he's supposed to run that route, and he wasn't there. But in any way, he throws the ball.
Before you throw it, you have to take a look.
He doesn't.
No matter what. He has a cannon on his arm. He has time to take that extra second to think about it.
He didn't take a look. He just threw the ball because he expected the receiver to be there. Something happened. He got knocked off his route. There's no wide receiver there, and the ball gets easily picked off and goes in for 6 points. So the mental mistakes are what is killing Mansfield.
Number 92, Chris Connolly, on to kick the extra point. And it's up, and it is good. And Mansfield is now down 48-0. Down 48-0. Tyson Figueroa is out of the ball game, as is Mike Abrachinski, who is out with a hurt back and wrist. So he's done for the ball game as well. Tom Boop to kick it off. Donati and Harold Vincent deep. Vincent at the 8. He has it. Turns it up the left side, runs it into a pile, and is hit by 2 Huskies, number 39 and number 93. 93 is Jim Lanigan, and 39 is Keith Freeman.
So I mean, I can't continue to stress how much how important it is that mental mistakes be corrected in any kind of sporting activity, and in football is a big part of the game plan. And Bloomsburg has very little mental mistakes, if any at all. Like I said, there's always going to be physical mistakes. That's always going to happen. But the mental mistakes can be corrected, and Mansfield just has a ton of them. And it just amounts to scores for the defense and scores for the offense and a loss, basically.
1st and 10, Mansfield. Donati hit a bullet by Lucas Smith at the 50-yard line. A first down inside on the other side of the 50. Make it to 49.5. Jason Donati. Good job. Or is it Donati Davis? Out in the flat, the handoff is to Brandon. Nice cut, back inside, got back to the line of scrimmage. No blocking there on the offensive line.
The offensive line is not even, moving their men at all on defense. They're just pushing not even pushing the defensive men off the ball. They're just letting them take control, push the ball in, and getting the pressure on the quarterback. And he's lucky that got the handoff.
Mark Bristol taking a breather there, number 74, and Chris Olson comes out. Davis alone, step back in the shotgun with Lucas Smith. Here's Lucas. He drops back. He's going to pass over the middle. And Mike Brezovic, incomplete. Number 35 on the defense. He's not on here. Is he on our 2 deep shot? Is he on the 2 deep shot? Number 35? Yeah, Trent Flick. Number 35 is Trent Flick. So Bloomsburg has forced Mansfield into a 3rd and 11 here. 3rd and 11 now for Mansfield.
The key 3rd down play here for the Mountaineers.
Lucas Smith in the shotgun. Davis on his right. Brandon on his left. The low snap. He picks it up. He flushes left. He's going to try and run. He's going to pump fake it and run into number 20, That's Tim Rotecki on the stop. Lucas did not pick up the first down. It's going to be 4th and about 3. 4th and about 5 now.
5.
Okay, they had it all the way up there, and then they brought it all the way back. So it's 4th and 5, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, Lucas Smith put a big hit on number 20.
He did that a lot last year. I broadcast a lot of games last year when Lucas Smith was not scared to run the ball. He would run the ball and, you know, would tuck it in and hit somebody. But now, Dave said a couple weeks ago he's been, you know, that was not a good play.
Right there is a poor example, or excuse me, a good example of poor play calling. And right there, that's a moronic play to run on 4th down if you ask me. That has no chance of even working a little bit. And as you can see,
Lee Brannon is frustrated. Why Lucas would throw him the ball right there?
Lee Brannon is very upset because he knew that play wasn't going to work either. And he's all by himself on the sideline. He's very mad.
He don't want to talk to nobody. He's walking away from Lucas as Lucas tried to come over, possibly have a little small talk with him, but he's walking away. He's furious, and here comes the defense again. And the handoff is to Johnson, the fullback. He runs off left tackle, and he picks up about 7 or 8 yards. Brannon doesn't want to go back in the ballgame. He looks like he's saying.
He's just saying, get away from me. You know, I don't want to talk to anybody. Just stay away from me. I'm not doing anything. Leave me alone.
I don't know if it was the offensive line's fault without the blocking or if it was the play call or what, but Lee Brannon is extremely furious with the play that they just ran.
Well,
why Lucas would just shovel a pass when there was 4 guys around him.
Well, it's probably a combination
Johnson, up the middle, 1st down and more. I'm sorry to cut you off there.
No problem. But just to get back to what I was saying, it has to be a combination of things. There's no blocking. The offensive line's letting all the defenders get through. And then, not to mention the fact that it was a poor play call. And, you know, everything's just getting frustrating here for the Mountaineers and nothing's going their way.
Maybe it was supposed to be set up as a screen and he just threw a shovel pass. Or I don't know what it was. But Johnson off left tackle, stopped. He did pick up the 1st down. On 1st down, he gets maybe 3 more. We have a new quarterback for the Huskies. Probably a smart move to take out your starter here when it's 48-0. But he's number 7, Kevin Vislusky. Vislusky is a junior, 6'1", 184 pounds, taking over for freshman Eric Miller.
Yeah, so that's a smart move. Eric Miller did his job. You know, they have a substantial lead. Take him out of the game, get him a rest.
And Sigler's also out of the ball game right now, so Johnson, the fullback, is the only setback in there. And I think there's a false start. But no, they're not going to call a false start. Tyree Patterson in on the tackle. I think it's going to be offside there, Dave. But I thought the left side of the line moved real too early.
Well, it's tough to see from up here. You know, the officials have a better view than we do. But, you know...
Anybody has a better view than we do.
Well, at this point anyway. You know, they do subtle flinches in there, and people are moving all around constantly, so you never know. So everything just, you know, gets jumbled up inside. So
it is offsides on the defense. So Mansfield now, it'll be 2nd and 1.5 yards. Coach Vidal is a little upset about that because I do honestly think that the offense moved first. But, you know, like they say, the referee does have a better view than we do.
And I don't know why Coach Vidal is upset at a penalty call right now, as I'm getting coughed in my ear here. But he has to be worried about other things besides a penalty. You know, he's out there raising heck about a penalty. I mean, he has a lot more things to worry about than, you know, which way a holding call, or excuse me, a false start or an offside penalty goes. So the Mansfield Mountaineers have a lot of work to do, and they have to get back to the drawing board, like I said, as the old saying goes, and, you know, get to work.
3rd and 1, Vislusky under center. Johnson still the lone setback. No, he's going to run it. I thought they were going to run an option there. I think Vislusky thought so too, and a broken play turns into 6 points. Mansfield defense nowhere near Vislusky, and I don't know if that was a good play fake or if it was a good, you know,
it wasn't a good
busted play.
No, it wasn't a broken play. He wanted that play from the beginning. You could see it in his face that he was taking that ball no matter what. He didn't even look any other way but to the sideline and to see if he could score. So that play was not broken at all. He just wanted the touchdown, and that's what happened.
54-0. Mansfield down here. And number 92, Chris Connolly. No, Dave Haynes is the 91. Number 91, James Haynes, is in there to kick the extra points. There are 3 guys getting the opportunity to kick extra points here for Bloomsburg. And we're going to take a break. On the field, the score is 55-0. You're listening to Mountaineer Sports Network, Giant 89.5. Coming to you live from Carl Van Norman Field, where Mansfield is down here 55-0 to nationally ranked Bloomsburg Huskies. Tom Boop set to kick off. Deep are Jason Donati and Harold Vincent, and Donati's going to take it 5 yards deep and kneel it down, where Mansfield will start up their offense. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. And Dave, 55-0, 4:55 left to play in the 3rd quarter. It's obvious that now, to me, right now that I look on the defense, that Bloomsburg's taking out all their starters now.
Yeah, I know, that's the best and smartest play, thing for them to do. Why keep their first-team defense in there, when they could get them a rest instead of worrying about playing Mansfield, who they probably see as like not even a formidable opponent right now.
They probably didn't even prepare for Mansfield this week. Nate Davis on the fullback power eye drive, picks up 2, maybe 3, and it'll be 2nd and 8 now. As we stay objective here, Mansfield goes into Kutztown next week to play Kutztown Golden Bears. Kickoff is at 1:30. The pregame will be at 1 o'clock. That game should be brought to you live from Giant 89, depending on whether or not we can get an engineer who will be here over fall break, because as you know, that is Mansfield University's long weekend. So whether or not somebody will be in the studio or not will depend on whether or not the game is brought to you by Giant 89. Fake handoff to Davis. Lucas rolls right. He sets to pass, throws it to Mike Klecko, and Klecko picks up about 7 more yards, and it'll be 3rd and maybe 1. They might have to measure there, Dave.
I like that play call, and they should have been doing that from the beginning of the game. And that's the things, one of the things that we mentioned, for the past 2 or 3 weeks about what they could do to get better.
First down. It is a first down, sorry. And
things that they needed, to do to get better, and things that they need to do to win ball games, and they're doing it now in the end of the 3rd quarter when they're down 55 points. I just don't think, that they're going to get any better.
Maybe this was a change in at the half. Maybe they realize they can do this more often. Donati off left tackle, misses 2 tacklers, tries to avoid another one and doesn't, and only gets 7 yards on the play.
But doing it now, making those adjustments now for the game is, the proper thing to do, and to get people ready for next week, and, make improvements on things that have happened. But, if you want to get competitive and, we're going to come out every week and try to win ball games and, stay competitive, that's things you have to do from the beginning, not when you're down 55 points.
Thing is, do you want to show on tape what you can do next week in a game against Kutztown now against Bloomsburg? Do you want to show that? And Lucas drops back, pass intended for number 86, Mike Brezovic, and it's incomplete.
Well, you never want to give up, your game plan for the week, to come, but there's just so much that you can do. You're limited on what you can do and what you can't do. And right now, the Mansfield Mountaineers just want to go with something that works. They're not trying to be, fancy, and they're just trying to do something that's going to get something done. And that's all they can do right now, is just try and hope for something positive to happen.
The offense trying to work here. Lucas in the shotgun. Donati set to his left. 3 wideouts. Davis, Herchik, and Olsen. He looks for Herchik, got him on the out, and it's the 1st down and more for the Mansfield Mountaineers. Herchik tackled by number 25, Lee Strawbridge, who scored the interception touchdown on Mansfield's last series field from their own 48-yard line. Davis still on his setback, 2 receivers wide to the left, and a rollout. He has Klecko. He's going to throw the bomb, though. He's got Pete Herchik down, and it's good play by Lee Strawbridge to just, what do you do, Dave?
Knock it down.
Knock it down. Good job.
Knock it down, and
Strawbridge slow to get up.
Yeah, I think he landed flat on his back. Maybe he got the wind knocked out of him a little bit.
He might have landed wrong on his hip, too.
Yeah.
But number 3, Michael Brooks, is going to come in now for Strawbridge, who is limping off the field.
And Herchik had a step on his man, but Lucas Smith, didn't have enough mustard on the ball. He kind of lofted it a little too high in the air, too much air underneath of it, and it just, died. didn't have a chance to get out there to him.
The delayed handoff to Donati. He busted outside. Got the first down and more as he gets inside the 30-yard line. And Mansfield with another first down here to the 29.5-yard line.
And that's exactly the thing that you need to do with Jason Donati. And I've been preaching this for weeks, that Jason Donati is more effective when running to the outside. And that was a prime example. He got to the corner and completely turned it right up the corner.
North-south instead of east-west, Dave.
And took it straight up the field and got about 20, 25 yards out of it.
Lee Brannon, the lone setback. Davison, Olsen wide to the right. Lucas rolls right. He has Klecko. Makes a move inside and picks up 8 yards. Good job by Mike Klecko. Klecko picking up the 8 yards on the pass from Lucas Smith. And Mansfield moving the ball here, which is good sign.
Yeah, it always seems to me that they end up moving the ball a little bit in the second half, but after they're down by a substantial amount of points.
When the second team's in.
And when it doesn't matter, exactly. You got right. The defensive second team is in the game, probably a third stringer or two out there too. And, you know, they should move the ball against a second and third string defense.
Lucas drops back, guns it, and it's incomplete, intended for Pete Herchick. Sometimes to me, Dave, it looks like Lucas is just throwing the ball because he's supposed to throw it there.
Right.
He's not aiming for the receiver. He's just throwing the ball, you know.
Yeah, he just, you know, it's a pass play, so, okay, I have to throw the ball. You know, he doesn't take a look at his other options. He doesn't look off people. He just looks at one receiver, and if it's not there, he says, okay, I'll just throw it away. Instead of looking off and trying to make something happen, he just throws the ball like he doesn't care because, you know, that's the play that's called as a pass play, so I'm going to pass it.
Donati lined up in the shotgun next to Smith. There's the bad pass. Olsen with the catch. Cuts it inside. Down to the 10-yard line. Stopped at the 11.
And I'm not sure.
Nice move by Chris Olsen.
And I'm not sure that pass was intended for him.
No, I don't think it was either. But nonetheless, Olsen was in the right place at the right time and picks up a Mountaineer first down. So it'll be 1st and 11 now for Mansfield. First and 10 to go with the ball on the 11. Sorry.
And we have to say, you know, this is the second and third string team, and they should be doing this. And it's still a struggle though for the first team offense. There's still a struggle for them to score.
And Mansfield, Bob Woodward in motion. The handoff is to Donati up the middle. Picks up 5 down to the 6-yard line. As we look across here for our sideline reporter, maybe he can give us something. He's down there talking to the guys on the sideline. So as soon as he finds something out, he'll signal us and we'll get him down to you. And Lucas Smith now has Mansfield on the doorstep at the 6-yard line. 2nd and 5, Donati the lone step back. Davis left in the flat, goes in motion to the right side. Lucas drops back. He passes. Has Klecko. Wow. Nice coverage by number 35, Trent Flick. The pass intended for Michael Klecko.
Klecko's a little upset. He feels like he got wrapped up before the ball got to him.
Klecko is not a true freshman. He's not a traditional freshman. Let's put it that way. He is 22 years old. He went to a junior college. Talking to him. He's in my billiards club talking to him. He went to a junior college for a couple of years and then got talked into coming to Mansfield. He is the son of former New York Jets star Joe Klecko. Donati and Davis split in the backfield. Lucas to pass. Knocked down, number 93, Jim Lanigan on the stop. Mansfield now 4th down on the 6-yard line. And instead of going for the short points, they're going to go for it.
Well, they have to go for it because that's the only thing they have going for them right now is this drive. And if they would end up scoring here, it would be a good thing to work on. But being at 4th down, you have to go being in a situation like this.
They have a lot of room on the right side. The ball's lined up on the left hash, and they have a wide receiver. Why don't you try to run that tight end dump off to the right side here or something? And they're going to call timeout. So at 4th and 5, 3 seconds left on the play clock. Lucas Smith calls a timeout, and that's what we're going to do too.
4 seconds left.
We're going to take a timeout. Mansfield nothing. Homecoming day. The Queen, Maple Hall representative, Amy Spalding. Donati left. Lucas in his gun. Low snap. has it, throws it, tipped, Klecko up, and it's a good job by number 35, Trent Flick, the freshman, knocking the ball away, doing what you were told to do. If the ball is up in the air, knock it down, Dave.
Yeah, he came across.
Pleasure, mind you, with the play call, and that is the end of the third quarter. Mansfield down 55-0. Bloomsburg to start it off
And
from their own 6-yard line.
Klecko's not happy either. He was getting ready to throw his helmet down, and offensive line coach Petty John talked him out of it.
That is, who is that? Number 27, bobbing and weaving. Ed Carruthers entering the ball game, and he just does a good job. We're going to go to our sideline reporter, Dave Ewings, with the report.
I'm on?
Yeah.
I'm just, staying on the sidelines. It's really quiet down here. You probably hear a pin drop. The fans are so quiet. Mansfield currently down 55-0. Bloomsburg just won't give them anything. I mean, they're actually trying to get a shutout. So I send it back up to you guys.
Thank you, Dave Ewings, with the sideline report. Here's a little shock. We haven't gone to him yet today. We put him on the air.
Yeah, he's a little upset he didn't have anything to say, really.
Well, we had to do something. We're getting tired of talking.
He's down there making faces at us and everything. So.
He got a football, though. He got nothing to complain about.
He got one of the football that the cheerleaders throw out here, so he's probably happy.
Bloomsburg picked up a first down, and they have it on their own 18-yard line. Husky under center, hands off to Carruthers. Off right tackle, and he's tackled by a host of Mountaineers, led by number 38, Corey Burkholder.
Right now, a few Mansfield starters are still back in the game on defense, and a few second-team people. So it'll be interesting to see if the second-team offense for Bloomsburg can move the ball here.
Cleaver, Hanley, Pat Ginther, Dan Letterber are the starters still in the ballgame for Mansfield. As Husky under center, Carruthers in the I formation, gets the fake handoff. Has number 5 wide open, and he catches it 2 feet in bounds, and that was on number 23, John Johnson on the coverage.
Kyle Masser on the reception for Bloomsburg.
Kyle Masser catches the first down pass from Husky, and Bloomsburg moving the ball here with their second-team offense.
And a lot of people forget that when the quarterback shows the statistics, his receptions and catches and attempts and everything is based a lot on the receiver. If the receiver catches the ball, it helps him out. If he drops the ball, it brings down his percentage. Now it's just a great catch.
Carruthers off left tackle this time. Bounces out to the inside now, and he picks up 11 yards on the. He was hit after 2 yards and then turned it into 9 more yards.
Carruthers is looking like a pinball out there, just bouncing off people, jumping every which way, just trying to fight for every inch that he can get. Out there making extraordinary moves and putting on some speed bursts out there for some good yardage.
Carruthers, 5'11", 195 yards, junior. He'll be there next year, taking the place of. They're going to miss Stigler next year, Dave.
Oh, definitely. Anybody like that you're going to miss. It's going to, have a big void in the offense after he leaves. But
handoff to the fullback, number 21, Jeremiah Schumann, and he's breaking tackles and everything like that.
But I'm sure, the
first down.
The offensive void will be able to be filled by one of these runners that they have.
First down for Bloomsburg, and our sideline reporter still with nothing to say, just walking diligently down to the other side. First and 10 now from the Mansfield 26-yard line. Handoff to Carruthers. Cuts back inside, loses his footing, gets it back, and is tackled by a host of Mansfield Mountaineers. Pat Ginther, along with number 40, R.G. Rolfe, and number 9, Gabe Kamarowski.
I think that the Mansfield Mountaineers are just trying to get away from being embarrassed out here today.
Well, 55-0. Last year they were beaten 74-13 in Bloomsburg. Back-to-back, you really can't do much about either thing.
Right, being shut out 55-0, I don't know if that's worse than getting beat. What was it, 74-13? That's pretty bad.
That's 61 points, Dave.
But at least you scored, though, anyway.
Yeah.
So you have to look at it that way. Right now, they're just getting, they're getting beat up and down the field.
Carruthers down on the field, slow to get up. I think he just has a cramp. And it does seem like the Mansfield Mountaineers are just trying to finish the game.
Yeah, they're just out there, you know, going through the motions, just trying, like, to get this game over with and get the time and run off the clock.
Number 27, Ed Crothers, down on the field. I just think he has a cramp in the quad there,
Yeah.
Dave. Mansfield University campus radio station. Any comments or suggestions can be directed to the sports director at 662-4650 or 662-4652. Bloomsburg second team offense against the Mansfield second team defense. This Husky under center. Takes the snap and hands off to number 12, Steve Eichert, and he's down inside the 15-yard line, another first down. So Eichert getting some carries here early on. Early on here in the fourth quarter. Game's almost over, but that was number 12, Eichert. We don't have any additional information on him.
As you see, all the Mansfield Mountaineers are scattered up and down the sidelines. They're not even moving down with the play of the ball. They're just scattered around, not doing anything to get into the game.
Here's the handoff to Eichert again. Tackled, made by number 54, Brad Polk, along with 65, Pat Ginther. First and 10 now, or I'm sorry, second down and 8. They can get a first down on the 1-foot-yard line.
The Mountaineers are probably all in disgust right now with their performances of the season.
So, I mean, they have played 6 games, and they've been beaten. You don't want to say horribly because
they've been beating.
You have to be optimistic. The option to the left side. Eichert gets to the outside, down inside the 5 to about the 4, and Hero almost knocks the carts down. You just have to laugh and have fun here, Dave.
Yeah, I guess.
And we're standing here trying to get a view around the corner here. We don't have a good view here at Decker Gymnasium
At Carl
Van Norman Field. Come into Decker Gymnasium on Tuesday night for the Midnight Madness. 989 will be broadcasting live to you there. As this Husky under center. Left side handoff to Eichert. He's down. He's into the end zone. No, they're going to say he went out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. Good call, as you could see white chalk come up after he stepped on the 3-yard line. So good call by the officials there. And it's going to be fourth down, 2.5 yards to go. Make it 3.5 yards to go from the 4.
So the Mountaineers are going to end up dropping here to 0-6 on the season.
This Husky, a lot of room on the right side, and there they go. Eichert slips and falls, and the Mansfield defense holds. Mansfield will take over on offense from their own 5-yard line.
For the first time today, the Mansfield Mansfield defense holds on 4th down, preventing a score and giving that offense a chance to get on the field and move down the field.
We're going to take a timeout here for stations to identify themselves. You're listening to Giant 89 Sports Network. Down 55-0. Got to move 95 yards to get somewhere. And Lucas on the keeper. Picks up 15 yards out to the 20-yard line with 8:45 left to play in the game.
As most of the Mansfield crowd has left.
And Lucas set the pass. He's going to hold it. No, now he throws it, and it's behind Perchik.
And we've just been informed that Tyree Patterson sprained his right ankle. He's down on the table getting looked at by the trainer.
And Gabe Kamarowski is also getting his ankle looked at. Tyson Figueroa got hurt in the first half, has an air cast on his right ankle and will not return to the ball game. Lucas Smith under center. Donati the lone setback. Handoff on the counter. Tries to get past one guy. Number 62 had him wrapped up in the backfield. That's Rustin Sheeler. And Mansfield's offensive line is not doing anything. When the running back's getting tackled in the backfield, that means your offensive line didn't do nothing. They're only rushing 4 guys, Dave.
Yeah, they're only bringing 4 guys on the line of scrimmage, and you have to think that this is still, the first team offense for the Mansfield Mountaineers, and it's the second and probably some third string people for the defense of Bloomsburg, and they're still getting the defensive pressure that they've had all through the game.
Mansfield back to pass. Lucas. Nice block by Bristol. Lucas is going to run. Hands, checks one guy, gets out of bounds, another first down. He gets up to about the 34-yard line, so Lucas Smith picks up another first down for the Mansfield Mountaineers, and the drive keeps going.
But again, he gets flushed out of the pocket because of the defensive pursuit. Pocket collapses around him, he steps up and just takes off.
A nice job by Mark Bristol saving Lucas from getting blindsided by number 93, Jim Lanigan. Bristol came back, took a look back, saw Lanigan getting set to land one on Lucas Smith, came back and knocked him onto his back. The fake handoff to Donati. He sets, throws, and it's incomplete. Pete Herchick was wide open, Dave. You just pointed that out. Good
Very,
job.
very wide open down the sideline. If Keating would have wound up a little bit and
You mean
fired
Lucas?
it out there, he would have been.
Lucas.
He would have been. Who did I say?
You said Keating.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. If Lucas would have wound up and probably put a little air underneath that ball, he could have hit Herchick for an easy 6 points.
I mean, I heard, from people that when Lucas came into camp last year, that he was throwing the ball 80 yards on a rope. I mean, just hitting people. And, now, I don't know if it's because he's had shoulder problems or what, but he's not throwing the ball with any kind of diligency.
I don't know. I heard that too, the same story as you pointed out, and I had a tough time believing that, especially from what I've seen. I don't know. You said he had shoulder problems. I was not aware of that.
He hurt his shoulder. He separated his shoulder last year. That's why Keating started against Bloomsburg and Millersville last year.
But yeah, I know for sure right now he can't do that now. He would not be able to put the ball 80 yards into the air, let alone throw it on the line. So, and like I just was informed from our sideline reporter Dave Ewings that, and like I've been saying, Keating's not even set when he throws the ball. Lucas. I'm sorry. He's not set when he throws the ball half of the time.
A play I've been saying they should run for 4 weeks now. The screen out to Davis on the left side, and he picks up 8. It'll make it 4th and 2 now, and Mansfield's just going to punt it away.
Yeah, Lucas will be in the backfield there, moving his feet around with a whole bunch of happy feet and not setting himself before he throws the ball, or he'll throw the ball off of his back foot, or he'll, just not be set at all. His feet might even be side by side instead of, one in front of the other when he throws the ball. That's how unset he is when he gets rid of it.
Once again, Irvin Sigler, senior running back from Bloomsburg, set the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference record today for touchdowns in a career, tying it with 48. He ran his 48th touchdown of his career. And that's Steve Eichert on the punt return up to about the 24-yard line. And if you can tell that there's no excitement in our voice, that's because there's nothing really to be excited about. Tyree Patterson getting taped up on the sideline, and the Mansfield defense comes back onto the field with the score. Bloomsburg 55, Mansfield nothing. 6:06 left to play. Here, another program note, Mansfield will go down to Kutztown University next Saturday to play the Golden Bears. Kickoff time is at 1:30. Giant 89 hopefully will be bringing you the ball game. Pre-game coverage beginning at 1 o'clock. Stay tuned to Giant 89 for more information on that. Steve Eichert off left tackle, gets outside. He's got 2 men to beat. Gets by Hanlon. Harold Vincent's the only guy left to stop him, and he does. A big run by 17 or 12. I can't really tell you. 17, I think. But there's a flag down on the play. It's probably going to be brought back. 17 is Todd Vislusky. So there's a flag on the opposite side, across the field from us. And I believe it's going to be holding. We're going to find out in a second. Was that 17 or 12? I still couldn't tell.
It was 17.
17.
Yeah. Todd
Vislusky, the brother of quarterback Kevin Vislusky. So we got 2 pairs of brothers on this team as far as we've seen so far.
Yeah, Vislusky's probably a little upset. Going to be brought back.
I mean, that was a career run right there for Vislusky. I mean, he just did a good job breaking it to the outside. They have him listed as a wide receiver. 17, Todd Vislusky. They have him listed as a wide receiver, but he ran the ball out of the backfield. Him and Steve Eichert were set split. And now he's going to line up as a wide receiver to the left. The handoff. Fake to Eichert. Sets up and throws off his back foot and out of bounds. Intended for number 33, who is not on our score sheet. Maybe he's on the depth chart. He's not on the depth chart. We don't have a number 33 on our score sheet. It is Rich Hahn. Rich Hahn, number 33, the intended receiver for the Huskies. So now we have to say first names when we talk about the Huskies now.
So, Mansfield Mountaineers defense, second string defense out here, doing a half-decent job on the offense for the Bloomsburg Huskies, but, you know, that's the second team offense out there as well.
Hand off to Eichert, does a good job stopping his feet and then changing directions, but Dan Lederberg is there to meet him as he crosses field and knocks him down. A loss of 4 yards on the play. It'll make it 3rd and 14 now for the Bloomsburg Huskies. Clock still ticking. 5:10 left to play and counting. Mansfield will fall to 0-6, while Bloomsburg will improve to 4-1. 2-0 in the conference. Mansfield will fall to 0-2 in the conference. And not much else you can say.
You know, you have to be aware of the fact that the Mansfield Mountaineers, you know, they still have a few games to play, and they have a chance maybe to win a few games yet too.
A nice job. Oh, number 87, Frank Hanlon, had the opportunity to pick that one off, and it misses it. I mean, good job though by number 7, Kevin Bisluski, the quarterback, to elude 2 pursuants. I mean, he just did a good job of getting it. Terrell Bryant, number 94, and number 54 for Mansfield. Brad Polk were there. And we have a jokester, man. Sideline boy Dave Ewings talking to us as we hear him. And Harold Vincent's going to take it. Crashes through 2 guys, holds on to the ball, fumble, and Bloomsburg recovers. Bloomsburg recovers at the 36-yard line.
So it's going to be a bad game all the way around for the Mansfield Mountaineers today. Everybody seems to have a problem one way or another out there today.
Dave, let's go back to the things that we said Mansfield has to do to win this ball game. And one, they had to get Donati to 150-plus yards. That hasn't happened.
No.
They haven't sustained long drives. That hasn't happened. They haven't won the field position game.
Nope.
They haven't been able to hold on to the ball. I mean, they have cut down on the turnovers, but haven't been able to completely hold on to it.
Not quite.
The handoff is to Eichert. He gets about 2. They haven't slowed down Irv Sigler. He's gotten his average of 230 yards. He had 221 in the first half.
He might have close to 300.
Number 6 on defense. They have to force Bloomsburg to pass. They did that, and they got burned on it. Number 7, get to Eric Miller. Miller threw 2 touchdown passes for sure today. I'm not sure if he threw any more than that. But back to the live action, 2nd and 8. Handoff to Eichert on the counter. He loses 1 tackler, but is brought down by number 58 of the Mountaineers. That
Anthony Frey.
is Anthony Frey. Number 8, they have to score. And as the reflection of the scoreboard,
They haven't done that either.
they haven't done that. They have to have a special teams huge game. They haven't been able to get anything going on the kickoff return. They've had a number of them because Bloomsburg scored so much and so often. And their punt returns, they've only had to punt twice. And the one time Harold Vincent fumbled. And the O and D lines must have big games, and the offensive line didn't do that at all. Eichert off the left tackle, cuts inside, and he's hit by number 85, Tyree Patterson, after he picks up the first down. So Mansfield gives up the...
So out of all the factors, out of 10 factors that the Mansfield Mountaineers had to do to win, they've done absolutely none of them.
And Mansfield really, you know, I mean, it's difficult to say. I mean, they are young. They do have things they have to improve on. But right now, there's no thing in sight for Mansfield.
There's really no excuse for it either, I think. I mean, there's so many. I mean, like I said earlier, you have to give credit to Bloomsburg where credit is due. But, you know, it's just that much one-sided that Bloomsburg is just that much better than Mansfield.
Earlier in the week, our sports director, Dave Ewings, talked to the coach from Bloomsburg, and this is what he said they had to do to win the ball game today.
We need to execute. That doesn't matter. Throw out records and anything. This is an Eastern Conference game, and very, very important to our goals. And I think that winning is the byproduct of what you've done in preparation previous week and the previous months that precede your season or game. So we've had a good week of practice to date, and the weather's been, fortunately, it's been nice this week. I hope it's been nice up there. Probably going to snow, right? You're going to call for snow or something? But that's what we need to do, is to execute.
And that was the Bloomsburg head coach talking about what his team had to do. Danny Hale, the head coach of Bloomsburg, while we were away, Steve Eichert picked up 8 more yards, but has been stopped on the last 2. The last play by Corey Burkholder on a big play coming through the middle. And it's 4th and 2 now for Bloomsburg, as they're going to go for it here.
To add insult to injury, more or less, just by going for this on 4th down.
Todd Vislusky fumbles the snap, covers it up, and Mansfield gets away with another one. Another 4th down stop by Mansfield, and the offense will get the ball back. Number 83, Todd Cabbage, is also injured. So
$5 a ticket. Non-Mansfield University students are $15 per ticket. Once again, that's Wycliffe Jean and the Refugee All-Stars.
Okay, and our cart cut off on us, but anyway, we're back to the live action. Lucas Smith and the Mansfield offense are going to finish it out. There's 56 seconds left. Lucas in the shotgun. Nate Davis split to his right. He drops back, looking for Olsen. No, he looks him off. He's going to run it up the middle of the field. Stops, and it hit hard. And I haven't caught the number yet, but as soon as I do, I'll let you know. Number 42 on the stop for the Huskies, Randy Maximic. And we're going to go to our sideline reporter, Dave Ewings.
Sideline, the band is preparing for its, I guess, end of the game. Music 30 seconds ago now. Mountain is desperately trying to get some points on the board. Smith rolling, he's just going to pick it up and run like he's been having to do all game. He's going to run out of bounds. But Dave and Jason up there in the studio, I just don't know what's going on with the Mountain football team, but
We don't know either, Dave.
I really don't know.
But we're going to take it back, and we're going to continue. We're going to finish this last 20 seconds here, as Lucas Smith ran out of bounds, 21 seconds to be exact. They're in Bloomsburg territory at the 49-yard line. Pretty much almost all the fans have filed out, a couple of them sitting in front of us yet. But Mansfield will go to Kutztown University, as we have said earlier, to play Kutztown, the Golden Bears, and Mansfield next Saturday at 1:30. Catch the action on Giant 89. The screen pass out to Davis, cuts inside, cuts back outside, and is brought down. And the clock's going to run with 10 seconds, and I think that's all Coach Vidal is going to ask.
Yeah, I think that's all she wrote today.
And
55-0. The Mansfield Mountaineers take a loss to the Bloomsburg Huskies.
And that's it. The clock has run out on the game. The clock has run out on the game, and the time has expired. Mansfield's season